an L in basketball for sure. In basketball, even right now, and I'm out of shape right now. Right now, like I would take that junk would hit me and slice my heart up because I know what needs to be done, and now my body is not agreeing with with what I need, what my mind, what my mind is telling me needs to happen. And so it's like I'm trying to cross you up, but literally my body is like, nah.
Your hip lock
up. Nah, playboy.
Your tendonitis in that elbow.
Yeah, you always had ankle problems, but today
your allergies kick in.
Start triggering everything. Allergies, asthma, everything.
Get my Claritin.
I need my inhaler.
Get my
albuterol. Yeah. What do I need to do to help you get to this next level?
I feel like you could point me northeast, southwest. As I was saying, I was like, I don't know my answer, so I need to think. I was like, yeah.
Welcome to C2C podcast, where we touch on and break down elements of creativity in its many forms. I am your host, Darius Murphy, aka Create, and this is our co-host,
Isaiah Curry, aka Nomad Enemy.
It could just never be simple.
No. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking at golf clubs, trying to figure out what's going on.
Looking into some
Certified
tournaments.
Got these plastic JEF World of Golf Kids golf club set, $25.
All right. Well, oh my God, here we go with this.
I got that one memorized. All right, go ahead.
We've been talking about a whole lot of stuff, particularly in the area of leadership and all that, which I absolutely love those topics a lot. But today, we're going to move forward and talk more in the area. No, I didn't record from there today.
Oh, so it's...
Yeah, I'm recording straight from the camera.
All over
I want to see if that makes a difference in the noise and stuff too. So.
Oh, forewarning. Y'all gotta look. I just got back from work. so the Jordan beaters I got on.
Tough.
The high water khakis.
I got high water.
These are unintentional.
These are unintentional. Try to help you out.
Yeah, if my hair's looking rough, look, you already know what it is. But anyways, go ahead. So what we on today?
Today we're gonna talk about collaborating. Collaborating versus competing, especially in the area of like working with people, and how do you take that creative gift and element that you have, and really for me it would be from the viewpoint of that and saying, how do I take what I have and use it in a healthy way? Because competing can be healthy, I believe.
And it can also be unhealthy.
And it can definitely, for sure, quickly turn into an unhealthy thing.
Yeah.
And so the difference between those two, or the merging of those two. So what are your thoughts whenever you first hear those two things? First of all, do you think competing is healthy? I know you said it could be. Yeah.
No, it is. It is.
In what ways?
But you can do it in a very unhealthy way.
Yeah, for sure. I think it can quickly turn into
I think a majority of people do it in an unhealthy way and label it
as healthy.
Yeah, just because culture says that this is what we do.
Is competing, and obviously I'm sure we'll dive deeper into it as the episode goes on, but is competing amongst peers or people on your team, could that be unhealthy? Or obviously it can be unhealthy, but could it be a healthy thing that can progress the work that you're doing?
Yes and no. I think everything depends on the position of your heart.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
Like what are you doing it for? Are you competing to say that you're the best at what you do? I think that's where you might be sliding into like the
unhealthy range. Yeah.
However, I also think that there's a piece of that where it's like that's needed.
Mm.
So I don't know. It gets kind of weird for me.
Yeah.
But I can say what's unhealthy. I can point to that and say that's unhealthy. I think I struggle with finding what is healthy with competition. But I think that's because I think I've only experienced unhealthy competition and told that that's just how we are. So like if we're doing the same thing, no, not you and me, if me and Samoa Joe, yeah, that's a wrestler. If me and Samoa Joe are going at it, playing TNA Impact on the Xbox 360, this is a bad analogy.
Yeah, I did. I was trying to wait.
It's okay. It's okay. If me and dude were playing and he's speaking negatively towards me to quote unquote get in my head, I think you crossed the line. Cause how I view that is you at that point have to belittle someone.
Yeah. So are we talking like attacking character?
Well,
and all that.
Yeah. I think all that has nothing to do with
pushing somebody and helping them get to the next. Yeah.
Nah. But my question, I guess I would have to go back to you, is what would be healthy competition? Like, what would that look like?
Yeah. So I think, and I've expressed this to a lot of people, I'm a competitive person, period. Like I've grown up, in multiple sports and excelling in multiple things, based on in the area of competing. And it comes from how we were raised, me, my brother, Kyra, all of us, like just competing. And so basketball was my main sport, is my main sport. And I remember visually, I always go back to the time where, me and Dante were younger and we're out playing against each other outside in our driveway on the goal. And it would get super competitive. It would get to points where it's like we're both heated, but we keep it in the confines of the game, like versus like, hey, we're about to throw hands now because you did this, all that. And so I found I've grown, or I grew more in those moments, in those times, and it helped me translate it to actual game situations because I was able to. I've been in this place before. Like I've been to where someone's talking lip or someone's bumping me a little bit extra hard or hitting me and, swiping at my arms and all this other stuff. I've been in that position before. So now it doesn't even faze me. Like while I'm on the court doing what I'm doing or whatever. And so I think in preparation to real life situations, competing against each other in a healthy environment can be a positive thing and a positive growth thing. But there were, obviously as humans, there's times where, you get a little too competitive and you're like, where it does tread that line, kind of like what you were saying, like, okay. Like this has gone too far. Like we're not even playing basketball anymore.
Yeah,
like
I'm just trying to see how much I can get away with.
Yeah, literally. It's like
someone throws a
the focus is not me scoring a basket anymore. Is literally like, oh, you did this to me. All right, next time you get the ball, watch.
Who can out dirty?
Yeah, it's like, bro, like we ain't even hooping anymore. So what are we doing? So I think it can be healthy in that manner. It can be unhealthy in the one I just mentioned, where we're not even, our focus isn't even there anymore. And then I think it also depends on character and who a person is. Each individual is different and built different. And so where I might be able to take a shove and, or Dontre or whoever it is may be able to take a shove, they may not be able to take the words that come out your mouth.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. They may be able to take the words, but you shove them and they're going off. And so just building relationship and understanding those individuals that are around you, I think that it could be healthy whenever those things are not a determining factor of how we're going to approach this competition or competing in general. whenever they're not taken in consideration, then it can be for sure unhealthy really, really fast, especially whenever you have two people that are legit competing, like legit. And so, but when it comes, as far as it comes to like, when it comes to team stuff, working as a team together, we both have the same gift and we both do the same thing and we want the same goal. I'm back and forth with it because I don't know if it is. Yeah, I don't know if it directly is unhealthy. Why are we competing? What are we both have the same gift. So now I think others could take the knowledge of someone else and them expressing it as, oh, you think you know more than me? Mm-hmm. Oh, let me show you what I know, and let me do this so that you know what I can do too.
Right.
It's just like that is unhealthy. Like there is no room for that.
And yet we look at those people in high regard.
Yeah. Wow.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you say Paul Pierce.
I'm yes.
Lala tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Like stuff. So that's all moral type of stuff. That's when it gets weird. Yeah. That's when it's just like morally that he felt the liberty to say something like that. To where in that situation, the person on the other end, in my head, it depends on that character. You would never know what you just said.
Unless you know.
Unless you do know.
Yeah.
And we're past competing at this point.
Back to that dirty game. Yeah.
We're past competing at that point.
Yeah.
But Kobe was a phenomenal example of that. During practice, he would push. Like there's a video of him pushing. I can't think of who it was right now. But there's a video of him pushing, and we might pull it up. But him pushing his teammate and saying, "Get off of me. Get off of me." He's just shoving him, literally trying to get under his skin. And he just looks at one of his other teammates and winks. It's just like he's intentionally trying to do that to see what state of mind, or how much he can take, how mentally strong is this person, or is he going to let me push him around? Is he going to let me do this? And so it's like, I think there's a healthy way to do it, as long as you're, like you said earlier, like the posture of your heart is in the right place, the right place. And so yeah, I think and then, like I said, there's just so many gray areas to where things could cross over. Are you a person of faith? Are you not a person of faith? Or like all those things matter whenever it comes to the mindset, because I was talking to Gabe earlier about having a conversation with the little brother, and he was like, our conversation was in that area. But anyways, we'll probably touch on that later. But anyways, I think that it could. My fault. Guys,
I'm just as unaware as
I'm just as unaware.
So
I'm sure we will touch on it later. But anyways, it can. I think it just depends on who you are, where you stand, what morals you believe. You make your. I'll just say it. That's what we were talking about with Teamite, and Teamite was just like, it's easier not being in faith, and because I make my own rules. I make my own law. And so if my law is I can cut you out and say I did this with your girlfriend, your wife.
Executioner.
Yeah. And so then you're like, it shouldn't bother anybody, because in your head, you're like, but in my world, this shouldn't bother you because I have no foundation, no nothing.
And I think you said it there, because I've been trying to find the words to it, but I think it's the difference. I think when competition becomes unhealthy is when it's the my world instead of our world.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree with that.
Because I'm trying to separate the difference between like business and sports. And business would be, I don't know. I mean, y'all, with video, I'll go music. With music stuff, studio prices, you're going to want to be around the same ballpark. You're going to undercut slightly with prices. But then do you bash other studios when people come to you, be like, hey man, we don't like those guys over there. They suck because X, Y, Z. Instead of being like, they're 100%. They have their own culture. They specialize in a certain thing. Over here, we specialize in these other things. They're great people. We're great people. Yeah. It's just you gotta find who you mesh well with.
Who do you fit with?
And then with sports, I think when you go from, because if you're like, I am the greatest of all time, I think that's where you mess up. When people around you say that you're the greatest of all time and you're just focused on the people around you,
Sure.
I think that speaks volumes. But then that goes back to the leadership conversation and all that stuff.
Yeah. No. Yep. Yeah. It's just it's one of those things, and like I said, that's an area. This topic alone is something that's like each person can take something different from whatever, because your foundation is going to be completely different from the person right next to you, and so
it's crazy. But I also think there's a time and a place for both.
What's that? Oh, both competitive and
because we haven't even gotten to the collaboration.
Yeah.
So right now, currently, I've been going 1 week strong in golf. Go ahead and clap that up. 1 week strong, right? Golfing it up. Well, it's about 2 weeks, almost.
Yeah, it's been about 2 weeks.
So
I would say 2 weeks.
So the thing is, probably 3 years ago is when y'all started golfing.
Yeah.
I've touched here and there probably
a handful of times.
I probably played a full game 3 times. Went to like a driving range, and then I don't even think I've ever did a scramble with y'all.
I don't think you have.
Oh, me, Dontre.
Well, okay.
Yeah, it was you, me,
yeah.
Dontre. Yeah, but that's not legit.
Yeah.
That's not legit. And Tate. Shout out Tate.
Yeah,
wherever you are.
Shout out.
But this time around was different. I don't know if it's because of schooling and I'm always cooped up in the house because it's a lot of work and just schedules and all this, whatever. But when I played, there was like a sense of relief. And so in my head, I'm like, okay, I need to continue doing this. Fast forward to 4 or 5 days ago, doesn't matter. Darius messages me.
Yeah, correct.
Darius messaged me. What did I say? Messaged?
You said
it sounded like there was like 6 syllables in that message. Me. Whatever. Darius sent me a message.
There it is.
Because that's for sure correct. Darius sent me a message saying something along the lines of what? Because
I was just like, well, because of your progression in the sport, I'm just like, I sent you a message. Golly, boy.
I sent you a letter betwixt the men.
I sent you a message.
It arrived on a pigeon's.
I sent you a message saying, hey, let's think about, let's start thinking about getting into scramble tournaments or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, what do you think about that? Especially as you're growing and getting, better at the game and more intentional.
And so there's a lot of thought processes. Processes. There's a lot of thought process. that goes into stuff like that involves multiple people with me nowadays. It didn't used to. I don't know why. It just is what it is. My number one thing was I do not want to turn what I felt was number one a release and something I enjoyed into something that became competitive, and then
frustration,
anxiety ridden, frustration, and then like I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for I'm doing this for the release of me. I'm doing this to lift me up and say, look what I can do. That's not it.
Yeah.
For me right now. Later on, I worded that all off because then that sounds very contradicting. So
yeah, I was about to see where you're going with it for sure.
Yeah, no, let me reel it back in. Me and Darius playing together, me and another person playing together. It's not competition at that point because he's playing himself.
Yeah,
and I'm playing myself. We're just alongside each other. Whereas a scramble is our team is trying to beat your team. I don't hear Y'all gotta give me a second.
Take your time.
I don't hear a release in that. I hear I'm throwing more weight onto my plate.
Sure.
For now, I could be very wrong, because then 2-3 days later, which was 2-3 days ago, oh, it was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Why don't you say that?
I was about to say it.
Oh,
you heard me say
So yesterday I was like, it might be all right. I mean, it'd be a cool thing to look at and say that's where I was.
Right.
And then go back. That'd be stepping into the competitive side. And then for that one day, the one set of hours, 2 hours, whatever. One game, one set of one. Bro, help me. One game.
One game.
A
One
couple
match.
of hours. One match. Thank you. And then I'm going back to the. It's not competitive. It is collaboration with learning and like sharpening with someone else.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to a tournament. All right, competitive again. And then when that's over, go back to collab.
Yeah.
But I'm only like right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm teetering that. Like but
Yeah.
I'll try it.
Yeah. No.
I just don't want to stay in that.
Yeah.
If I stay in that, I think that's bad.
I think it's all about, like I said earlier, I think it's all about the individual and where they know they'll take things. So like, if I know I'll take it to that level, like me personally, that's why I messaged you and asked, because I don't even think about like the weight. Now there are certain things that it's like, okay, that's too weighty. But when it comes to that stuff like that, it's just like, okay, that's not weight. I don't necessarily feel the weight, but I can see why or where someone else would. I don't see the weight. I see that, number one, as I love compete. I love the act of taking what I'm good at, someone else is good at, and let's just go together and see what the heck what we're gonna do, or what can I do against this other person that's really great at this sport or at this thing or whatever it is, and where am I at? Where do I stand? And kind of like what you're saying, you see the growth over time. I remember when I first started. Well, we were talking about golf. Well, I'll continue talking about it. And when I first started in golf, I was just like, I literally was intimidated by the actual course. Like, I had been to the driving range every day of every week, and I was going day by day. And I remember, because Kendrick is the one that got me into golf, and I was going with him to the driving range. And every time he'd be like, we going to the course? I was like, "Whew, I'll catch you later, man. I ain't ready to touch the course." And I remember the very first time I touched the actual course on the first hole, I stepped up and I looked down there. I was like, "What am I doing?" Like,
that boy ain't never touched grass a day in his life. Just indoor play PGA.
What? I was like, "What am I doing?" I look all the way down there. The hole's all the way down there. I'm like, I got to get it down there in 4. I got to get down there in 4.
That is a crazy thought.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that.
And that's what I was thinking. I was like, I got to get this ball from right here all the way down there in 4 shots. I'm already going to probably putt about 5, 3 at best right now. And so that's where my head was. But I did it. The first time I got out there, I did it for me. And I was like, okay, I will be able to see where I'm at on the actual course. And then likewise with competing, when they're like, hey, we're going to go to Bailey, or we're going to go to Mohawk, and we're going to, we're going to do a scramble. And I was just like, I ain't good. Why are y'all asking me to come out there? So initially I was like, they're trying to make me look like a fool, or they're trying to make themselves look better by having someone worse come with them. So I'm like, I was just trying to make me look bad. But in fairness to them, they were genuinely wanting just to spend time and, for me to go out there in the tournament. But I did it. And because I was like, I'm gonna have to start somewhere. And number 2, I'll know where the growth comes. Like I'll be able to see the growth from that situation. So I might hit a dang 120 today for the first time. But that
what are you talking about 120? You're not talking yards.
No. I'm talking about
you're talking like 50 over par.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I might hit a 120. Crazy. I might hit a 120 or whatever this first time. And then the next time I might hit a 100. And the next time I might hit a 90. The next time I might hit a 80, 85, 70.
Shoot. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. No. That's where you crossed the line.
you have crossed the line right
no,
there.
No.
So, but that's what I'm saying. Progression, I can see that. And so I'm competing under the pressure or weight that, may come with it.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the growth in that. So what I was uncomfortable with, now I'm eager to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I find excitement in getting out there. And so that turns from that. And so that translates over to the actual competing. So I was afraid to compete and my mindset was at one place, but once I got out there and did it and I cleared my mind, I started doing it and I'm more and more comfortable with it. That's exactly what it does. I get more comfortable. And so a year from that first strike at the first tee box, it's like I'm not even thinking the same. Like my mindset's not even at the same place. So why not go to the next level and do something else and compete against not just me and this other person, but us two compete against these other two, and we play best ball, and we go from there, and then that will turn into an actual amateur tournament, and so forth, and so that's kind of where I take it, and I think that's a golf, especially in that area, that's a perfect mesh of collabing and competing. When I went out there with Dan, Michael Black, Corey. I remember the first time I went out with them, I was asking them questions left and right. And they're like, Daniel ended up saying like, hey, this ain't teaching time. Like we're on the course, we're golfing. But as soon as we were done playing, he switched from that to, hey, let me show you what you were doing. Let me show you how you were doing this, this and that. And it's like, oh, so it's not like you were legit like out to get me on the course. Like you hated that, I did this, or you hated that you did that, or whatever. It's not an unhealthy competition. It is literally you're just competing. The lowest score wins right now. And so if I have a lower score than you on my scorecard, then obviously I win. And me helping you in the process of this isn't helping me obtain the goal that my team has. And so instead of me helping you now, this isn't the time for it. Let me help you after this is done and give you all the pointers you need. Next time you come out, you try to remember all that stuff that we went through and we walked through. So I think that's a perfect mesh of competing and collab and that them two coming together. So
yeah, see, this turned into a podcast just about golf.
It did.
So because I'm gonna continue with it because I think golf.
I think golf is
what's the opposite of like a lisp? Golf.
that would still be a lisp. I think. Go ahead.
I don't
Sorry.
know.
I don't know. Yep.
You know what I mean? I just gotta take a breath.
That works.
I thought you did that on purpose.
No, I was trying to do the cricket. That's all good.
Oh well, I was doing good. I should have just kept it 1 for 1. Yeah, no. Golf is a very self-centered sport.
Sure.
Not selfish, not self-centered in the way that. Well, yeah,
it challenges.
It's just
you.
it's you. You don't rely on anyone besides yourself. All errors are on you, and I think that I naturally think that way. For the most part, like when it comes to doing a task, if I'm at the helm, well, I got yeah. If I have a voice in something, I think if something fails at that point, it's because of me.
That's fair.
And I think golf kind of is a parallel to how I mentally think, but then also when it comes to sports or any activity, if I see, I got the toothpick in my mouth.
That's where the lift came in.
It's a cinnamon toothpick, and I've been chewing on it, so I'm gonna just set it right here on my ankle
so that it can fall to the ground.
I'm gonna keep my leg over my other leg until it goes numb, and then if it falls, it falls. You know,
Is that comfortable? People be sitting like that all the time. I'll be like,
versus what? Just
chilling or this.
I mean,
this
is comfortable. No, that's
weird.
I think females are supposed to sit like that.
Is it?
No,
I be
like
doing
that.
it. Yeah, they have the cross, but they have the.
I'll just put it in my shoe.
Yeah.
That's the go-to. Yeah,
this isn't. That's not.
I mean, sometimes I lay on my stomach and do that.
That's
feet kicked up in the air swinging.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's different.
Anyways, back to golf.
That's different.
I forgot what I was saying. Doesn't matter. It's not important. Yeah, it is. Golf's life. If you
golf is life. You're talking about competing against yourself. That's what golf does and all that.
Yeah, parallels. Oh, that was gonna get weird because I was gonna say like with me, I don't like things. I don't like putting myself in situations that hurt me mentally or physically. So like I stopped playing basketball because my elbow locks up. I swear, I promise y'all, I get tennis elbow tendonitis in my up, like, and I'm done. Like I can't shoot the ball at that point. I'm just assisting and setting up screens. Like that's not fun for me. Or if I go for a layup and I roll my ankle and I'm done.
Yeah.
And I'm not done just playing basketball. I'm done at work. Like
I am done with everything.
I at Quick Trip. That's it right here. I work at Quick Trip temporarily. There's no chairs. You don't even get there's no breaks. There's no breaks. You sign a contract, you don't get no breaks. You work the whole shift on your feet.
Yeah. You twist your ankle bad.
You're done.
You're done.
You're cooked. Fried chicken.
Chicken.
I'm talking. You're past well done on a steak. You're at congratulations. You're done. Like, bro, like I don't know what you do. Like what do you do?
Yeah.
And at the time I didn't have health insurance. Now I got health insurance. Shout out and better. Hopefully we're sponsored. Hey, could you imagine being sponsored by health insurance? That'd be that's kind of worth it though.
Lit. Yeah, that'd be lit.
Like, hey, we don't need 10,000 for a sponsorship for the next 7 episodes, but if y'all want to, by all means.
100%.
Although 10,000's not a lot
in terms of what we do.
Yeah, but I mean, other
podcasts,
other people. It's not even as big as this is going to be, or by this point. They're getting 50,000.
Oh yeah,
bag for you do 10 episodes. 50,000. Like, oh my goodness. But if I can get health insurance, full coverage,
I might take that trade.
For me, girlfriend, fiance, wife. I don't know whenever y'all are watching this, or your whole family.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The family.
You're saving at least 50 bands. Like that's a lot of money. I can get a CAT scan whenever I want to.
I'm here for my weekly CAT scan, please.
I swear I got scoliosis forming. Can y'all go ahead and measure that? Give me a back brace. I need braces. I need a hair transplant. I'm balding. I'm going all y'all mess around. Give me full coverage. I'm going stupid. I will live in the hospital.
Hey Isaiah.
Hey doc. My heart. I think I got a palpitation. Go ahead and check that. You're like, nah, dog, that's just heartburn.
Can we do something?
Hey, sign me up for a transplant right now.
Hey, sign me up.
Get me out of here.
Sign me up.
Yeah, but I don't know what that had to do. Oh, because getting hurt. And then mentally, I think me playing the game. I know me playing the game. Bred
some unhealthy.
A monster.
Yeah.
Now I'm nice in shooting games. So don't get it twisted. I become a demon though. Like that's the issue. So guy sent me down. He was like, "Hey, Playboy, you got to go ahead and sell that thing." And I'm not gonna lie, I boo-hooed. I went.
It was tough for all of us are still doing that because he's gone. We had to play bar. Let me try to figure out another way to phrase that.
Pretty much by everyone's playing with themselves. Whoa.
That's why I said I had to. I tried not to do that. I literally tried not to do that.
Everyone's in their own individual bubble playing games.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Freaking.
But here
inappropriate
recently,
guy.
we've all, besides Isaiah, got back together and starting to play 2K again. Last night was the first night that we got on and played 2K. Rec.
Yeah.
Shout out Ronnie 2K.
Yeah, no. 2K is
Shout out
2K
Ronnie 2K. Please
2K
make your
is
game
a
better.
cash grab. 2K is
Yeah,
one of those
100%.
games
It's pay to play.
that is just that's a toxic community.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
Yeah.
I can't. I 2K16 was the
yeah.
last 2K that I thought was good. After 2K16, everything just kind of like it's copy and paste. Like I'm cool on it.
Community's getting worse.
Oh, worse.
Yeah.
Oh.
Getting worse.
It's going to turn to Xbox Call of Duty. Like that's bad. You
Well, it's
you salting.
Yeah, it's literally now like that, like where you used to have like 18-year-olds, talking lip. Now it's like 5-year-olds. It's like, what are you like? It's bedtime. Like,
Oh, it's always been that at Xbox.
has it?
I promise you, Xbox.
I'm like, bruh.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. If your kids had Xbox,
It'd be OB.
yeah, I don't know. No, I guarantee you.
What?
You give them Fortnite on Xbox. It's done. It's done. It's chopped. It's cooked.
Wild.
We're cooked. I'm getting cussed out by your 4, your 5, your 7, your 10,
Yeah,
13. That's it. And I'm gonna just laugh because it's hilarious.
That joke is funny.
I don't condone it.
But
I don't
it is
support
funny.
it. But I will laugh at it and I won't say anything about it. Hilarious.
That is funny. But anyway, so translating that back to the golf and getting hurt. The mentality.
Oh yeah, no. I mean that's one thing. Like the only thing that would hurt me at that point is me talking down to myself or me not using correct form.
Yeah. So, and here's how I look at it, especially in the area of golf, since this became a golf podcast
It is a
episode.
golf podcast. I think it's one of those things that we just are in right now. So I can relate.
For sure. And so, but with that, for me, it's just like, even if I am on a team, I'm still playing against myself. Like the mentality of like, so that's why I was, whenever you sent that message to me, I could understand what you were saying and where you were coming from. That's why I was like, I went like hounding you and like, oh, bro, what the heck? That's the, like,
I didn't think anything.
yeah, I was literally just like, oh, well, listen, let me ask him what place he's coming from. Because for me, it's just like, even if I am on a team, I am, regardless, still trying to hit par. I'm still trying to make par right now for myself, because that will help my team still. So, but I am still, no matter what, I still gotta have all the techniques down. I still have to remember all the stuff that I practice. I still have to swing through and follow through with my shot. Like, I still have to do all of this stuff that I would do when I'm by myself. So my mental state turns from, I got to do good for my team, to let me do good individually. That way my team, like, there's no stressing, because especially with best ball, if you're playing best ball in a scramble, it's like, if I do everything correctly, one of the things that helped me a lot when in my first scramble was I felt all the weight that you were saying, felt all the weight on me, and Tate smacked and hit
he does.
Yeah, hit it straight down the fairway, and that junk landed right in the middle. And literally, Tate looked at me and was like, he said, "Kill it." Literally, hit the ball as hard as you can. Keep all the fundamentals, do all the others, just try to hit it as hard as you can. And when he said that, I was like, oh, I mean, yeah, because it makes sense. His ball's in the middle of the fairway. I don't have there's no pressure on me to do any better than that, because we're perfectly set right now. So let me hit this ball and try to the only thing I'm trying to do now is get further than you. And so I smack the ball and I'm further than you, or if I smack it and it goes off course, like, it don't matter. We're playing that ball right there. So that's what place I come from. So that took a lot of weight off of me to know that for me on both sides, if I was the Tate, as long as I do good and do what I know I can do, and I hit it down the fairway and we're in play, it's good. We're good.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So correct I think I see the difference or the split, and correct me.
Yeah,
if
go
I'm
ahead.
wrong.
Go ahead.
I want to make sure my voice is the strongest in my head and not anyone else's
Sure.
around me. And so
You're saying you don't want other people's voices being louder than yours for your own personal self?
I don't want anything louder than my own voice.
Yeah, you want God's voice louder.
Golf is a very self-centered.
I don't want anybody, anything.
Don't tell me what iron I need to use. God, I know better. No, I'm just kidding. No. I don't want. I want my thought process, my voice, my just how I am to not vary based off of my performance even.
Sorry, say that one more time. Sorry.
So, like, I don't really care about
Other people's opinions, their voice.
no, because if I say winning, that's not true.
Okay.
Because the goal is always to win.
Sure.
Period. But if I don't win, I'm not boo-hooing.
Mm. So that doesn't stick with you? Like, you don't carry that L?
The things that stick with me are the things that are my fault.
Yeah, you could have done better. You could have done differently.
If I am if I can keep the faults to a minimum, I'm straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you saying if somebody simply outplays you, you won't hold anything like?
Nah, especially if they have years or way more time invested, if they've been trained by people, like there's a lot of variables that go into stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if it was me and Samoa Joe, we started at the exact same time, and he outplays me, oh, I guess it just clicks for him. Like it doesn't bother me. What bothers me is me. Like if I am overthinking, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Not
I feel that,
because stuff's being messed up. It's because why am I overthinking?
Yeah.
So if I could chop all that stuff down, then I'm straight. And then but then it's just weird. It's just weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
Because when I was playing with Glenn's out here killing it.
Yeah.
Killing it. I'm over here hitting 3 to 5 over every hole.
That's the worst.
But then I'm looking back. I'm like, okay, but then what is my measure of success? And I think that's what gets that. Like, if I have that set for the day or what I'm doing that time, then I think that also brings clarity. Like, lately, it's don't lose any balls. And as long as it's not even really lines, because I'm not talking lining up, but it's as long as my power is accurate. Because my lines are they're pretty straight for the most part. But if I can get the ball, okay. Sorry, guys. I'm a mess right now. I'm a mess because I'm still working through it. I'm still very new to this. I am cool with interchanging if my power is lined up with the hole, but the line's not straight, then that's good. If the line's straight, but I didn't put enough power into it, okay, that's good.
Okay.
It's not
okay.
win.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't have to beat myself.
Yeah.
I just need to do something better than I did before.
Okay.
If I don't do anything better than I did before and I lose, hell is coming for me. Because when I get home, I'm actually not crying, but I'll be pissed. I'll be pissed. And that's the stuff that bruises me, not losing.
Yeah.
It's me.
It's the process of losing. The stuff that it took for you to obtain that L is what gets you more, not the actual loss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because in basketball, that's where I'm at, and I'm gonna shift over to basketball.
Yeah. By all means.
In basketball, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm at a point, knowledge-wise, I feel like I'm at a point, just not now, but athletically, especially when I was playing consistently, I was at a point to where, like, we'll even say like 2 years ago, we'll say 2020, whenever Tate and us, we were going to play basketball every single day.
Yeah.
When we were playing basketball, it was very difficult for me to take an L with some, because I felt, and this might be speaking to something.
I guess.
Probably had a lot to do with control, because I knew what I could do and I was capable of doing. And if we lost, it was just like I started projecting on other people inwardly, because I don't like making other people feel bad. But inwardly, I would start projecting things like, this dude, bro, he's can't play defense, or he can't do it. Like inwardly, I would do that, and then outwardly, I would express to them, hey, we're good. Hey, next time though, let's just play. I think we need to just focus on defense. Let's just focus on. So instead of me saying, hey, attacking them, but anyways, so like, I feel like I needed to control that any situation. So an L in basketball, for sure, in basketball, even right now, and I'm out of shape right now. Right now, like, I would take that junk would hit me and slice my heart up, because I know what needs to be done, and now my body is not agreeing with with what I need, what my mind is telling me needs to happen. And so it's like, I'm trying to cross you up, but literally my body is like, nah.
Your hip lock up.
Yeah, nah, playboy.
Your tendonitis and that elbow.
Yeah, you always had ankle problems, but today
your allergies kick in.
Start triggering everything. Allergies, asthma, everything.
Get my Claritin.
I need my inhaler.
Get my albuterol.
The albuterol. Yeah, get that. Send that.
No, that's real. That's a real thing.
What?
With you.
Oh, yeah, that is real. 100%.
No, all 100%. That's real.
That's facts. That is all. Everything that was said was real.
That's tough.
And so.
That's tough.
But yeah, so that's where my competitive stuff starts getting unhealthy, because this is like, I know what needs to be done. I have the gift and especially the knowledge to get this done. Why ain't we winning? And then when someone else, now where I take my hat off to, or I guess I submit to losing, is when someone is just simply better. For example, we were playing the beginning of this year, I believe, at CCS, and Solo was playing, and we were playing against him.
Basketball?
Yeah. And we were playing against him, and he's a college football commit, playing at a high level.
Is he going D1?
From my understanding, it was D1.
I don't know why he wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know if it was.
I'm sure he's going D2 or independent and then going.
Yeah, I don't know. And I didn't want to butcher that, and so I wasn't going to say anything, but you brought it up. So
I just I mean,
but it's all good. So you'll correct us. But anyway, so he's out there, and I mean, he's fun. I mean, he knows he's athletic, and he's obviously someone that plays sports really good. He's really good at football, but he's also good at basketball.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. And so I am I love defense. I love playing defense, and my only kryptonite with defense is a defensive minded player that's really fast, and a defensive minded player, an offensive player that is playing with a defensive player's mindset and is quick and definitely has a quick first step and understands and knows how to move, and agility wise, they're just acrobatic. So like, that is my kryptonite. You have all those concepts together on defense, I can lock anybody down. But if that person's in front of me, that's when I work my hardest. And he stood in front of me, and he was doing all his stuff, and he blew by me. And literally, I was like, nah, this ain't happening again. And then he comes across the court, and Corey's guarding him. And he goes by Corey, and I'm thinking I'm going to meet him at the goal. So I'm jumping to hit his stuff off the glass. And this dude does some acrobatic spin to the other side and lays it in. And at the end, we end up losing. And at the end of that game, I was just like,
I've never heard this story.
Yeah, no.
How recent
of course you would never hear this story, because I lost. but yeah, no, this was at the beginning of this year, when we were playing at CCS every Sunday. He came to one of the. That's tough. Yeah, he came to one of the gatherings, and he was playing.
Is that after they did the floors?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so it wasn't Boo Boo floors.
No. There we go, Flores. That's probably how he was doing the spinning stuff.
It is a little bouncy over there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's the Flores. But no. Anyway, so he that was an L that I could take, and I was just like, hey, hat off to you, bro. Like, you are at a point in your life right now to where you start blaming it on everything else. You're at the point in your life where you're most athletic.
Like, dog, I gave up on that. Y'all still on this
yeah.
childish stuff.
Yeah, hey, meet me. Start talking like an old head. 10 years ago, you wouldn't have been able to do this to me. I promise.
Shoot. Hey, but you can't make a podcast like me, though.
You can't make a podcast like this, though. No, yeah. But anyways, so yeah, I had to take my hat off to in that moment.
Shout out Solo.
Yeah, shout out.
And then shout out your loss.
Yep. That's what I heard inwardly.
Yeah.
When I had to walk off the court, and I don't know what to do. This is not boastful at all. You gotta stop it. Okay. This is not boastful. This is. I'm not used to losing. Like, in that moment when I lost, like I was just like I was walking out the court. I heard. That's what I heard.
And people laughing at you.
Yeah, I heard both of those. That, in my mind, at least, there could have been no one else out there.
Yeah, no.
But in my mind, that's what I heard. And so I'm walking out the court, and I'm like, I don't even know what to do now. Like, I just lost, and now I got to sit and wait for the next 5 to play, and then the next game after that, I'll be up, and like I don't even know what to do. And then I have to go back on the court and play against them and figure out what I need to do to win. So, anyways, I don't even know how that. The competing and all that other stuff. So yeah, I take my hat off to people that I understand competition-wise have the upper hand in the competition and they actually succeed or win or whatever. But whenever, like you said, whenever it's there's things that I could have done better. And I always look at that. And that's why it frustrates me whenever people get upset. When other people get upset whenever there are things that they could have been doing better, and someone expresses it to them. Like that, to me, it's just like, and I'm not a soft-hearted person. Like you can't, if you can cuss me out, and it literally won't faze me because primarily I'm hearing what you're I'm hearing your heart. I'm not hearing the words that you're saying. So you could be speaking however you want to me, but I'm hearing your heart. I'm trying to listen to what you're actually trying to communicate to me. And so it confuses me whenever someone's like, yeah, you're right, but you can't say it like that. And so you're not receiving anything. It's just like, bro, like, let's just back up and let's just listen and hear what we're saying and like what we're talking about. I talk to Dontre about that all the time. I talk to Corey about that all the time. And then on the other end, I talk to people like T-Mite and say like, hey, T-Mite, you have to learn how to communicate better than what you're communicating because not everybody is like you. Not everybody understands and thinks like you and thinks that how you're approaching them is okay and all this other stuff. So there's a fine line between that. But anyways, when competing, I always try to look at myself and whatever I need to do to adjust. I need to adjust it. That I think we're taking like slight turns from this. Yeah.
I don't know what that thing is that I'm doing.
I don't either.
I kind of want to touch on the topic of. I kind of. Oh, we strong. I kind of want to speak about that. Kind of.
What? We can do it. We can probably split this up.
Like raising your hand and being like, oh, I could have done this better.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, if I see the person next to me doing that, am I either going to bash them or take weight off of them as well and say, oh, well, also me. Like, I am, like, you're not 100% at fault. I also lacked in this area. But if it's no one around me, surely I'm not going to blame shift.
Yeah.
And be like, well, I feel like I'm being bullied in some some sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, well, no, you just fucked up. Like, like change it.
Yeah.
And if you don't expect us not to say anything about it because we said it the first time.
Yeah.
And then if you keep on and then you add more onto it, what do you?
Yeah.
Like, how would you not be kicked off the team?
Yeah.
That's how I look at stuff. I mean, people look at things differently.
Well, and then at minimum, how would you not expect
success? Or how would you not expect failure?
Yeah. It's like, okay, we're on the same team. The only reason I am expressing something to you, or I have expressed anything to you, is for the success of the team. Not because I hate you, not because I'm against you, not because of anything like that.
Okay.
Simply because I want us all to succeed. I want you to succeed. I want me to succeed.
So hypothetically, you just play with this with me.
All right.
Do you think that interaction comes about because that person is competing where everyone else is wanting to collaborate?
Yeah. So okay. So we're speaking about competing amongst the peers, or are we saying competing against another team? Because okay, so yeah, so then yes, I think it could for sure come to that. I think has a lot to do with proving oneself,
right?
So like, I want people to see me do this or know that I can do this, and so that they can rely on me every single time to do this thing. It's like, and when it comes to that, my mindset goes to like, you are on the team in that position because we trust you to do what you do. Like, there's no need to try to prove anything.
Yeah.
Just do what you do, and we are gonna trust that that's why you're here. Period. Like, I didn't put you at point guard expecting you to be a center and try to post a big man. Like, we want you to, as a shooting guard, to be a shooting guard,
but
or a point guard to be a
shooting guard and a center.
Yeah, but you're trying to do it all.
I've never seen that. You gotta show me that.
Well, LeBron's a good example of that. Point guard, and he can play center. But it's all good. We ain't shout out LeBron. But yeah. So yes, I think so. The heart posture thing has a lot to do with stuff like that. The proving oneself has to do with a lot of that mentality. I have to prove that I can do this to somebody, and then you have the weight of carrying that I'm sure takes a toll on an individual, which could cause frustration. And I believe that's why snaps happen easily, or where teammates start arguing with each other so easily, because it's like, mentally you're going through all this stuff in your head. I have to prove this. I have to do this. And then every shot I take, I have to make. Every drive I take, I have to, dunk it on somebody, whatever. You're carrying all this other stuff. And then that automatically projects on they're wanting that, they're needing that from me. And then, so they're carrying all that. So whenever you say, hey, bro, just take the shot. In their head, they're saying like, bro, you're not doing your job. And you take it to like, bro, I'm doing this. I'm trying to drive. I'm trying to shoot. I'm trying to be point guard. I'm trying to play defense. And then meanwhile, the whole other team is just like, bro, we never asked you to do any of that.
Yeah.
We only wanted you to shoot.
Yeah.
We only wanted you to shoot.
Only worried about their own accolades.
Yeah.
Like, bro, don't you see I'm trying to get a triple double? Yeah, but the team's losing.
Yeah, team's losing over here, man.
Like you're doing everything that you want to do.
Yeah.
But you're never going to win.
Yeah.
The team will never win.
Yeah, we can't.
And the goal is a fucking Super Bowl. I got NBA
championship. Yeah.
Finals.
Thank you.
What's hockey? A Stanley Cup, baseball, World Series. Like, what do we do?
Yeah. That's the goal. And it's hard to accomplish that whenever you have just individual people thinking individually and projecting it as if this is for the team. It's like, that's not what team is. You can go and play one-on-one and you can do everything that you were wanting to do. You can go, if you wanted to play team, that's why in 2K, my guy is literally a slow, he has no speed, none of that. He's a defensive player. You can expect me to stop somebody on defense, and he's a shooter, a spot up shooter. So if you need a shot, whenever we need a shot in the pickle or whatever, you can pass it to me in the corner, and I'll hit it. That's what you can expect from me, and do not expect anything more because I will not do it. You don't expect me to ball handle, and I'm not going to try to do it either. And so that's my stance on it. Now there might be times where that has to be drawn out, and I might have to take the ball up if somebody's getting pressed or whatever. But that is not my mentality. Is I'm going to do my job to help the team progress. Period. And so that's just my stance on it.
And Lord forbid that there's a Shaquille O'Neal out there that out of 513 threes attempted, he makes one. So therefore, he thinks that he can do this.
Yeah, literally, that's the worst.
Like, well,
that's the worst.
No, let's just play under the basket. Yeah. Like let's
you are 7 foot tall.
Let's
stay under the basket. Stay in the paint. That is your home.
Let's not like your efficiency from beyond
the arc.
The free throw is atrocious.
Yeah.
So let's give it to the nigga that's hitting 70% from the three. And not give it to you, who's not even hitting 1%.
You're not even at one.
Like
man.
A clock's broken twice. Clock's broken twice a day. I am literally living out that saying. A clock is right. A broken clock is right twice a day.
A clock
Don't
is only
think
broke
that you work in certain areas.
Yeah.
Like that. Nah. Pimp. Nah.
Yeah. No, that can become toxic really quick, really, really fast. And then inwardly, stuff like that, especially when you're in a competitive state and this would have been a good conversation for Corey to be in too. When you're in a competitive state and you have that mindset, it's in relationship with the people that are around you. And like that can be so toxic, and it can turn really quick and can damage the relationships that you are building with the people around you.
Yeah.
And so it's really, I think it's really important for you to be like, all right, what's my place? And that goes back to our previous conversations. What's my place? And this is what is expected of me, and this is the expectation I'm putting on myself for this position. And then do your thing. Like just do your thing within your place.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit you with a nice segue.
Okay.
We talked to golf.
Okay.
We talked basketball.
Yeah.
What is your drive?
Ooh.
You see how I did that?
Yeah.
Because
I like
drive on it, and then
yeah.
Nice. So what's your drive? What drives you to do what you do?
I can give a short answer, and I can give a short, and I guess it'd be like a typical answer, and then I'll explain it. So my short answer is my drive period is the kingdom. Like whatever I'm doing, period. I don't care if it's this podcast, basketball, golf, whatever. My focus is kingdom. My vision is kingdom vision in general. And so with that being said, my navigation and how I navigate, all the values and stuff that are within the kingdom is literally what I hold on to in order to keep propelling in whatever I'm doing, whether, like I said, whether it is this podcast or it is another video project or whatever. It's like I know the values that I hold, and then I am doing it for that purpose and for the kingdom, for Christ and all this other stuff. And so everything I try to do it in excellence, period. As if I'm doing it unto him, period. Like C2 might have be in contract with another company, and the work that we're doing for that other company might come from their mouths, but the work that I'm doing is as if it's going straight to God. Here's the project, here's the project you guys asked for. We gave our everything in this project. Our time, energy, skills, our giftings, all this other stuff went into this project. And I stand confident in the work that I pass in or I give because I feel like with everything that I carry, all the values, kingdom values, all that stuff that I carry is you're getting all that. So you get all of the stuff. Like not only are you getting my stuff, you're getting this stuff that this is as if it's work unto God. So that is my drive primarily foundationally. That is my drive. And then I think I have a creative mind. And so this is like part 2 of my drive. I have a creative mind. And so I'm always curious to where my creative mind takes me. Like, what can I create next? Or if I send somebody a project and they're like, we don't like that. I'm like, ooh, bet. How can I make this thing differently? And that's why I say when my back's against the wall or whenever there's pressure added or whatever, I excel in those moments because I'm like, I already know I'm gonna get it finished. I'm excited to see what gets finished, type of thing. Like, if, for example, one of the companies that we just worked for, I turned in the work. They're like, phenomenal, love the work, but can we take away some aspect of it? We don't know what we want to take out or whatever. And I'm just like, yeah. And so in the meantime, I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna take out of this. I don't know what I'm gonna add. But as I'm working, I'm like, ooh, bet I can do this. I can take this out. I can take this out. So it's really like chasing that feeling of excitement to be able to work on a project that there's no direction. Now, I do love direction and clarity and all that other stuff. Whenever you give me that stuff, it just gets it done that much faster. But I love the process of creating. I just love it. I just love the process of there's nothing here. We don't have any foundation. We just have a vision. Let's take all that and just do your thing. And I was like, oh, bet. I absolutely love that realm of creating, because it's just like, I don't know. It feels really good.
Okay, wait a minute.
I don't know if I derailed or went off topic.
Maybe.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Cause when I guess in my head, maybe I'm confused. Is drive and motivation the same thing?
I would say they're very similar for sure,
but they're not the same. They're parallel.
What? They're for sure parallel. What drives? When I hear the word what drives me?
Like what pushes?
What is making me move forward? Like gas is making the car drive.
Right.
Motivation is when I hear motivation, I'm just like, okay, what is motivating me to put gas in the car to drive? So they're the same. We're both. I guess one's.
I put those as the same then.
Do you?
Yeah, because I what? Hold on now.
You did this.
Because is motivation the fuel, and then the drive is like the destination, or like.
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. Y'all Google that for us.
Yeah.
Y'all let us know what y'all think.
Why you do that?
Why you do that?
We're going to come up with our own definition. So whether we're right or wrong, put it in the comments or something and let us know. And we'll have to retouch on this or not.
Y'all let us know.
Who knows? I mean, I ain't checked the comments lately because we still have yet to put something out.
That's facts. I would have much rather talked about that than do this.
I'll put a date, and it's July 8th.
Dang.
So
July 8th, you said?
Yeah, 2024.
I
knew you were going to do that.
July 2024.
Yeah, so drive and motivation. Those are different. So in our psychology of play, I think it was maybe it wasn't the golden circle, but there was intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic is stuff that internally motivates you. Extrinsic is stuff that's outside of you that motivates you. So awards, accolades, I guess same thing.
Yeah.
Intrinsic, I don't know. I don't know what an intrinsic is. Uh,
I'm gonna be real. I'm still thinking. Yeah, go ahead, do your thing.
so I think I do both, but I think I'm primarily extrinsic, but that's also because I focus on the destination and not the moment. But if I focus on the moment, then I'm focusing on something completely different than the end goal.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I think it's an in and out thing for me, which now that I'm talking, it sounds like that's a lot of aspects of my life. I'm just in and out, just kind of.
Wow.
But I'm also just trying to find the balance for stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm an adult.
Because I have an adult.
Unlike you losers.
No, you guys are not losers.
I'm not talking about y'all, but I'm talking about y'all. Yeah. They know.
They know.
Put it in the comments who.
Y'all know.
Kidding. Yeah. So, like doing music or going through school, even.
Yeah. My
motivation to do my best, I want to be summa cum laude or valedictorian.
Yeah.
I took a step down to valedictorian because something got derailed in the beginning, and I don't think it's my fault. I really don't. I think
I don't take blame for it.
I think I just think my paper needs to get reread because I thought it was really good.
Yes.
And Professor Lady said otherwise. Shout out Full Sail though.
Shout out.
Because no matter what, I'm learning what I need to learn. The intrinsic though, I don't know what that would be. I don't know if that's. Hold on, let me look that up real quick because this is gonna break my brain, and this is also gonna clarify a couple of things for me because I used to know it.
There it is. That's the cricket.
Yep.
Yellow's laugh. No. Orange.
Bro, it's telling me I got to download dictionary.
Tough.
Yeah.
Just easily go to Google. But
that's what I'm doing right now. Well, I'm a Bing guy. Bing through and through. Now, if you ask why.
That's wild. I don't think I've ever heard.
Bing and Microsoft are paired together. So if you Bing something, because you don't Google Bing, if you Bing something, it gets you Microsoft points. And Microsoft points translates into Xbox money. And so you could buy stuff. You could buy games. And so that's why
all
I
that
Bing.
Was cringe.
Hey, you're a PlayStation player,
yes,
so
sir.
It is what it is.
PlayStation and Apple. So Microsoft I have nothing to do with Microsoft.
That's crazy. Intrinsic motivations. Let's see what examples are. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe I lean a little more intrinsic nowadays. 3 main elements of intrinsic motivation are autonomy, purpose, and mastery.
Yeah, I could say I'd say you're in that area for sure.
Which are contrast to extrinsic motivation, which involves engaging in a behavior to earn external rewards or avoid punishment.
I know initially you said that's what you didn't want to do. Like you're just like, I don't want to be in the place of that. What was it again?
External?
Yeah. Well, no, you didn't use the word external, but what was the list for the external? Yeah.
Involves engaging in a behavior to earn external rewards or avoid punishment.
I remember you were expressing like something like you didn't want to be doing it for the accolades or for the light to be shed on you and all that other stuff. So I know that you know you start off saying that from that place, but I think the intrinsic would be where you fall for sure.
Yeah, the mastery.
Yeah.
I don't know what autonomy means.
Well, if you wouldn't have said it, then I wouldn't have looked like a fool either.
I was hoping. We just this is going to turn into a whole being section in dictionary. Autonomy.
We both look like fools, huh?
No, in develop. I'm just not good with words.
That's all good.
Like, I don't know if look, I took psychology. I think this word psychology. In developmental psychology and moral, political, and bioethical philosophy, autonomy is the capacity to make an informed, uncoerced decision. That sound good? Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Next.
Autonomy can also be defined from a human resource perspective, where it denotes a level of distraction granted to an employee in his or her work. In such cases, autonomy is known to generally increase job satisfaction. I don't know what that means. I'm more confused.
Yep.
Uh,
I was zoned out. I'm gonna be real with you.
so we'll just leave it with mastery.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know where we're going in that. Hey, thanks for watching.
Thank you for tuning in.
This last 13 minutes has been quite a show for my brain.
Yeah. I think mine's checked out. So, not because what you read the.
Sorry.
Nope.
Because I guess this should bring clarification. Are you driven or are you motivated, whichever one, by things outside of you, or autonomy? Because I do think it's both, but which one would you say holds more weight? Autonomy, mastery, and purpose, or the awards, accolades, and the ability to not be punished?
Definitely not that. I don't care about the awards, the accolades. I mean, it's nice. It's nice to be acknowledged for what you do, who you are. But that is definitely not what drives me. The purpose.
I would put winning in that category, though.
I don't care to win unless I'm competing.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Then that's different. Then I thought you were talking about just in my life in general, like the things I do creatively and all that other stuff. Like, so my take on life is not that. Now I can turn on a competitive switch on and off. Like if it is time for me to be competitive, let's do it. Like, and I know when it's necessary for me to be competitive as well.
When we were bowling, was that necessary?
What? Yeah, we competing.
Oh, you were the only.
You were the only one competing.
This man.
Okay.
Literally the only one.
Okay. I'll say it like this: in sports, I think I can get competitive, super competitive.
Okay.
Anything outside of sports, anything outside, and when it comes to my purpose in my life in general, like that is what I'm more passionate about. Like all my energy gets put into that. Like I see the vision, I see the goal, I see the purpose, and I'm excited to creatively get to these marks in my walk, my life, and all that other stuff. So sports though, I quickly gets turned on whenever you say any sport. Like if you say bowling or golf or basketball or it could be a game that I've never played before, rugby. Like you can literally throw out any sport. And I like pickleball. I've never played pickleball, but I'm talking lip to like Michael Black and them and all that, like over some pickleball.
Some pickleball.
Like, hey, and I'm literally like, hey, why ain't y'all inviting me to come play pickleball? Yeah, I'll come play pickleball. I have never touched a pickleball paddle in my life. I don't even know what one feels like.
They're square.
Yeah, see, like I've seen them before, but I've never held one. I've never even hit like when it comes to sports, I just get super competitive.
Is there a sport you won't play?
There's not a sport I won't. Okay, whoop. Let me rewind that.
So you'll play some hockey.
I would play hockey.
Bro.
I would try
with
hockey
your ankles.
Sure. Yeah, we tape them things up. That's what I did in basketball. Tape them up.
Squash. You're gonna play some squash. Hit that fast ball against the wall.
I'll play some. I will play squash with like Aiden or something.
That's what I'm saying. But like, like someone who does
if they're playing, if like Michael Black and them actually played that John.
Nah.
I'm like, bro, hey, hold up, you trying to kill me?
So what sport what you play?
What?
Which one would you?
Would
say?
I not?
Hold on. Yeah.
So squash. That's the one where you're hitting the ball against the walls and stuff.
I don't understand it.
Not doing it. I would do it. Depends on who's in there. So we'll go. If we both kind of don't know what we're doing,
you can't play against an old person because they all know.
Yeah, they be no. And I'd be seeing them when I go to the rec and they be in there like, I'm like, oh, y'all are tripping, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna bust an eye out.
Yeah, I'd rather challenge you in a game of hacky sack.
Anyway, got a hacky sack. Hacky sack.
What? I bet I can crochet faster than you. I don't know.
But yeah, so that's one. Is NASCAR is that a sport?
That's a whole other conversation because I heard today that someone called Formula One racers athletes. Like, what's an athlete now? Like, people that game professionally, athletes. What's an athlete?
Yeah, what?
You're telling me an F1 racer's an athlete? Yeah, if I put you're telling me LeBron, Michael Phelps, Cristiano Ronaldo, Formula One racer guy.
You're putting them all in the same
category.
Yeah, that's wild.
And then you're gonna add.
What category would you put?
You're gonna add a phase member. In
Literally, that is wild. That is wild. Like celebrity wise, maybe, but not athletic. Like not athletic.
You can't just put athlete. Just like you can't say, if I put a dress on, I'm not even going. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, if NASCAR is a sport, I wouldn't do that.
That is a scary one. Ooh.
Swimming.
You want to do?
I'm not doing it. Not doing
Is
it.
this because you drowned that one time?
I think that might have caused a wound for sure.
Huh.
Yeah, I think that might have caused a wound, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing swimming. Definitely not long distance swimming. And definitely not long distance track, anything in track and field. So marathons.
Oh yeah,
all
I'm not
that
doing
stuff.
a single thing track.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'll do a 50 meter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll do a short
I
distance.
don't know if that's a thing.
100 meters as max. That's where I max out
Right.
at.
I can sprint. I did it one time in the heat.
I did it one time.
And then my hip locked up. Y'all think I'm joking about this hip stuff. My hip locks up. It's the right side. It cramps. And then it just like, and when it hits me with that, I start running like Forrest when he still had the braces on his legs.
Oh,
Like
my
it's not a
goodness.
good sight. And then I get sick. I throw up. I sit in the car, hot, AC blowing on my
That's
face.
the worst.
And I'm done.
That's the
I'm
worst.
done. I get migraines easy, so I don't
Yeah.
with the heat.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so yeah, any long distance running, I'm not doing.
Pole vault. You said you like that though. That doesn't make sense.
Well, I mess with pole. I just like stuff like I do like stuff like that. That thing is.
Makes no sense. That's not a black thing.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
Oh, okay.
I agree with that as well.
Okay, just as long as we.
I live in White Town, so.
Those are all your sports.
Let's see.
I mean, you ain't play. You ain't gonna play advanced beyond. You're not gonna play collegiate baseball.
I will play
The
as long
100
as I'm not hitting. I don't have to.
Okay. Wait,
Yeah.
is that a thing?
Yeah, you don't have to. And yeah,
But in high school, you have to do both.
I don't know. I didn't play high school. I told you I stopped playing.
Oh.
I literally told you I stopped playing. Did not touch a baseball after middle
Hey,
school.
no, I get it. Yeah. No, I get it.
I said, especially when
I
we
get
went
it.
to the Little League World Series and these kids
I get it.
following me. I'm like, whoa, nope.
Hey, I felt a little weird when someone threw a softball too fast
Hey, oh,
and it was high.
hey,
I was like, I was
trying to kill me?
I didn't prepare for this. This was coming straight down the middle. But the parabola on this, or parabola, whichever one
God,
people say, too high.
That's too high. You trying to
Yeah.
kill me?
That don't make no sense.
That's an underhand toss softball.
Yeah.
You start
There-
getting pissed.
Hey, it was wicked. That thing had
I'm under pressure, and I know that I can't take no more. I'm steady stressing, trying to give out all that I can pour. I know you need me in your life, but I can see you're sore. I'm ready to jump ship, but I'll leave that up to last resort.